one way we dey. People go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The reason why someone go stay, now only God know. The reason why someone go. Now God himself know. Me brother, me I don't go regret. If you decide for go, it's happened for a reason. Now only God know. What you get for no say, it's never the end. Cause the downfall of the man no, not to the end of the life. And then they give up, and then they turn down. Every day and they turn up. See me color, it pop up. Famous na the name now. You know go say, you know me now. Now me so the scatter the party now. Even you baby they calling now. Cause now me they make all man they daddy now. You next on the beats now. The people just they grace, just they dance now. Yeah, they just they dance now. They just they daddy now. I'm looking forward to a brighter future.
Welcome back again. There you have it. We're looking forward to a brighter future. If you're just joining us, this is your favorite talk show. A show that is brought to you every Tuesday at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. If you're listening to us on radio, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you so much for also being a part of the show. Today we have a special guest, and we have a special show. Some months back, when we were discussing about fellowships, I spoke about the Afrika Kommt fellowship as being one of the most prestigious fellowship in the entire world. And unfortunately for me, I applied in 2018. Well, fortunately, I applied in 2018. I was selected to go to the assessment center in Kenya, and I went through a rigorous 3 days of interviews, and unfortunately I wasn't selected, and that was one of my worst heartbreak I've ever experienced, knowing fully well how beneficial the Afrika Kommt fellowship is. And so far the fellowship has been around for the past 13 years, and we've only had one Sierra Leonean, Mohamed Lamin, who has successfully benefited from that fellowship. And today I have with me another beneficiary, somebody who has benefited from the Afrika Kommt fellowship, but he's a Cameroonian. He's from Cameroon. If you are interested in the Afrika Kommt fellowship, the applications are now open. We're going to talk about, why this fellowship is so prestigious. How can you write a compelling application so you can be selected, and how to, navigate the challenges of this application process. And with me, I have a beneficial. I have somebody who is a fellow, who's an Afrika Kommt fellow. His name is Ivan, and he's from Cameroon. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you so much, Ivan, for joining me. I know it's late in Cameroon right now, but I'm so grateful for your presence here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Ivan. So, Ivan, I'm so sorry. Your last name, I can't even attempt to pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. I'm going to leave that to you. But tell us a little bit about yourself professionally. Who is Ivan, and what is Ivan doing right now?
Okay, thank you. My name is Ivan Essoudouck. I'm from Cameroon.
Yeah.
I am a chemical process engineer by training. Okay. And since I've been working since the year 2017 in a company in Cameroon.
Okay.
And I came across the Afrika Kommt program. So my first exposure to the program was back in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
By then I was a member of a session called Toastmasters. And a friend of mine who was there told me about the program. She shared her statements, because we have to write what we call how can I say, a pitch, some sort of a pitch. I've forgotten the name of the name running away from me.
Yeah.
It's like a pitch project, so I was trying to read for her, and she told me, okay, maybe I should apply for that for the program. So that's how I got to know about the program, which was very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I want to go. I don't want us to really get into deep right now. I just want to start scratching the surface so that before we can get into deep. Yeah. How? What was it that attracted you to the film? I'm sure it goes beyond just reading out your helping your friend prepare. What really attracted you? What made you gravitated towards the Africa Compt Fellowship from somebody who haven't really read or dealt about it like earlier on?
Okay, I'm someone who loves learning.
Okay.
Is I love learning new things, and
Okay.
secondly, I also love meeting new people.
Yes.
I like meeting new people, making new connections. So that's what attracted me was that it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
From what I read from the website, I felt like it would be appealing to me because it would be a learning experience and it would be an opportunity for me to network,
Yeah.
live stepping out of my comfort zone. Yes, I don't like staying in my comfort zone. I I've never traveled before the Africa Com program. I was born and bred in Cameroon. I've never moved anywhere.
Wow.
So I felt like this is the time for me to step out of my comfort zone, discover something new,
Okay.
and see what's beyond what I do every day.
Okay, so for listeners who have zero knowledge about Africa Compt, what can you say is the Africa Compt Fellowship in your words? What is the Africa Compt Fellowship
Okay.
itself? Yes.
The Africa Com Fellowship is an initiative brought up by the German Foreign Office and
Yes.
the GIZ,
Yes.
several partner companies.
Yes.
The partner companies like Bosch, Siemens Headliners, Volkswagen, Merck, where I did my internship with Lamin as well, with Lamin also the first year London did.
Yes.
SAP,
Yes.
some very, very big companies, just among
Yeah.
a few,
Yeah.
to bring back young visionary leaders from Africa toward in a 1 year in a 1 year experience.
Yes.
In a program that lasts for 1 year, 3 months of language lessons, German language, immersive language lessons with management courses, and 8 months where you do like a like an internship in the selected company, the company that selected you. It's more about the German companies learning, getting experience, the freshness, the mindset of African,
Yes.
young African leaders and
Yeah.
professionals,
Yeah.
and us learning skills,
Yes.
networking, in order for us to be the bridge
Yes.
for us to be the bridge between German businesses and Africa, and
Yes.
also be change agents
Yes.
for what we've learned from Germany,
Yes.
so that we can implement change in Africa.
Okay.
So in a nutshell,
Yeah.
that's how we go.
That's amazing. I mean, it's the reason I always regard the Africa Compt Fellowship as one of the best in the world is because when you apply, right, you see all those big companies, and these are companies. If you are in the business, in the commercial world, in the business world, you always see these guys, you see these names, and if you are in the private sector, these are companies you really want to work for. And imagine Volkswagen, the SAP, the Boehringer Ingelheim, the SAPs. These are, gigantic companies, and you would want to see what's going on in those companies. How the HR is set up, how the operations are set up, how the sales, how the marketing is set up. What do they do? How they partner with other organizations, how their policies and procedures are designed, how their work streams are designed are aligned. That's something that will fascinate you from afar, because these are companies that have survived, world wars. They've survived economic, financial downfalls and depressions. What are the structures and strategy? This is something that would fascinate you to learn from these companies. And if an opportunity is presented for a young African living in Africa, just working and studying, you would definitely rush at it and apply. How was the application process for you like? How challenging did you find it?
Okay, I would like to share a confession with you because we both share a particular experience.
Okay.
I I applied once.
Okay.
So I applied for AK. I was selected for AK 12, but I applied for AK 11.
Okay.
I was selected, but didn't make it. I made it to the assessment center, but I didn't make it to the
Oh
final
boy.
stage. So I applied twice for Africa Com.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
it's a good thing to know that to keep trying.
I was so
Everybody
depressed I
who's
didn't
done that-
apply the second time. That was why I missed out.
Yeah, so please do. Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
So the application phase basically normally in February. Right now, they literally launched the application phase in mid-February.
Yeah.
So the one for AK 14,
Yes.
which is open right now, was launched in February 16th.
Yes.
So the application phase for the first part, you have to maybe there's an application form you have to fill,
Yes.
asking your personal statement, asking your motivations for
Yes.
AK. It's more about also like filling your CV and also writing a change initiative. That was the name I was looking for, the change initiative.
Yeah.
And the preliminary change initiative,
Yes.
you're about to, you asked about if you were to implement change on a particular project in Africa, what is it going to be?
Yes.
So you have to write it in. So after that phase, that's phase one.
Yeah.
They take some time to screen because in that that's when they receive lots of applications.
Yes.
In our year, it was like 6,000.
Wow.
Last cohort was like 9,000.
Sheesh.
So just maybe 42 or maybe 36 or 38 spots.
Wow.
And so
Yes.
when you're selected, if you're pre-selected to the assessment center, you're notified, I think towards June period, about 150 or between 150 and 200 people are notified
Yeah.
for the assessment center.
Yeah.
So in the assessment center, when you're selected for assessment center, you're one step towards entering AK.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the past, you had the privilege of doing it physical in a physical setting. We went to Kenya,
Yes.
but ever since COVID, the assessment center is now done online.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It changed.
So I did my assessment center. Yeah, it's online.
Oh, it's online.
It's virtual.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's virtual.
Okay.
Virtually.
Okay.
So you have to prepare basically for three
Yeah.
main the assessment that consists of three main activities. Okay, without counting in general introduction,
Yeah.
where thousands of people are placed. You'll be placed based on your groups. They divide us into different groups.
Yes.
So yes, so now the first activity is the interview.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
you have an interview with the partner company for whom you apply because
Yes.
you're allowed in the first stage in March. You are allowed to submit for two profiles, and
Yes.
you're selected for one.
Yes.
So the company which your interview for your selected profile
Yes.
is a little bit technical interview based. It's what the company wants. They want to know why you were selected for the company, why they should get you.
Yes.
And then the second phase is the change initiative. Change initiative in which you have to pitch
Yes.
your idea in 5 minutes. It's-
I know. As like so they call it elevator pitch, or you have to really practice your. It's not about designing the solution. It's about how do you explain it and convince senior officials that you can actually pull it. You understand what you're saying and pull it off. Yes, that's kind of quite challenging. How was it for you? How was that experience for you?
Or the first time it wasn't easy. I ran out of time.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But I see that it's very important exercise because since they want to get young leaders, that's
Yes.
one of the activities we check to know if you're a leader, because one of the important characteristics of a leader is how to communicate your vision.
True.
You have to be able to explain your vision in some few sentences.
Yes.
You have to be able to convince people of your vision, of what
Yes.
you have. So the second time was much better
Yeah.
because of the experience.
Yeah.
It was much better. I did it 4 minutes actually, and I even had a minute for some question and answer sessions. Yeah,
Okay.
so it was better, but the
Yeah.
challenging part is preparing your slides
Yes.
to be able to practice it.
Yes.
So you can deliver your pitch in 5 minutes maximum.
Yeah. That's quite challenging. So for us, I remember because I was part of the AK7 cohort. Not the AK7 that were finally selected. We made it to the assessment centers, and so two companies, like you said, you applied for three companies. So two companies actually showed interest in me. One of them was Bosch Power Tools, and the other was just Bosch GmbH. And Bosch Power Tools, Bosch GmbH turned me down. They didn't want to go with me, and so Bosch Power Tools offered me to come for come to the assessment center in Kenya. And so it was a fully paid trip. They flew me over to Kenya, at the assessment center, the National Bank, the Kenya National Bank. They have this big facilities where they host all of us. We were like over 120, and they only needed 11 people, just 11. And at the time, the sponsors had dropped. They used to have very huge amounts of sponsors, but this time around they didn't have so many, and competition was very, very keen and stiff. And we had the international HR experts of these companies, present during the whole session.
Yeah, that's what
And
they do.
yes, exactly. And it's so structured that every day they have design programs to go through the interviews. For instance, the first day I think they had a one-on-one sit down with all of us, and we had a chat. They wanted to see how we, who are we, personally, professionally, and they gave us this on the spot. On the spot, I think a problem statement, and they wanted us to come up with a solution right then, and we articulate that solution, and also they give us teamwork to see how we, work in a team. That's just for day one, and we continue to day two and day three.
That's a good activity.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and
That's a good activity.
yes,
Yeah, it's about this.
everything you do, you are being assessed. Everything, even when you go to
Everything.
lunch, when you communicate with each other, when you everything at every point in time, you are being watched, you are being assessed. These guys, they're there, they take notes, so it's pretty much a very challenging. It's basically the best of the best, and if you get it, you know that you really you are top of the notch. How did you feel when you first of all, did you had like a mentor, somebody, like you said your friend, but did you relied on her the whole time throughout the whole interview process, throughout the whole application process, or you went through it all by yourself?
No, I can't say I went through it all by myself because
Okay.
naturally, I had someone who did the program before me.
Yes.
So I generally she was my source of, because it's a she.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was my source of inspiration, of
Okay.
advice,
Okay.
of when I wanted to prepare for something, I sought her advice, and
Yeah.
so things went, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And sometimes it's like I can say the fraction between someone selected
Yeah.
and someone not selected. Sometimes it's a matter of fractions.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Things are so good. I mean,
Yes.
Africa has a lot of time. People are
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
Especially with the third exercise
Yeah.
that you spoke about it. The third activity is when you're given a task to solve with,
Yes.
with three people you don't know.
Yes.
You have 30 minutes and you have to come up with a presentation.
Exactly.
And that's when you have to they analyze your teamwork
Yes.
ability, your ability to communicate with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. And you're right.
fraction.
You're right. I mean, one thing that really amazed me. I remember when we landed in Nairobi, and I was part of a couple of other AKA sevens that were they're from Ghana, some were from Nigeria, and some I think one from South Africa. So it was like a pool. We took a pool taxi together. They just pulled us over to the assessment center. That was my first experience, and I was in the car with a bunch of them, and so we started talking and just having conversations, and then I realized that I was in the midst of very intelligent people that have attained so much in their countries. They are highly trained professionals, highly skilled, and they speak about their achievement. They don't only speak about it. I mean, they show you evidences of their work done, and you know that, oh, this is a real competition. Like, I mean, I'm in the midst of like tough people, and I need to really toughen up and sharpen my skills. Did you at any point had some anxiety during the assessment when you were going through the assessment? Like, am I going
Yeah,
to be
sure.
selected? Yes. Am I going to be dropped? Like, I don't have the expertise. Did you at any point felt that way?
Yeah, in the beginning, of course, it's natural at one point in the process,
Yeah.
the assessment, to feel that way.
Yeah.
But at that moment, also, you have to feel confident
Yeah. Yeah.
because, like Murphy's law, if you fear something,
Yeah.
the more you have fear of something occurring, the
Yeah.
more the probability of it occurring increases.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at one point, you have to tell yourself, okay, calm down.
Yeah.
If you made it this far,
Yeah.
that means you have something to give. You
Absolutely.
have to trust in your abilities, your God-given abilities.
Yeah.
You pray to God and you allow.
Yeah.
You do your best, you allow God to do the rest.
Yeah.
But at one point, sure, you have some anxiety because the competition is so high.
Yeah.
It's
It's
fierce.
very high. It's very fierce. How many of you were selected that year?
We're total 42.
42. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, total 42.
And you and Mark selected. You worked at Mark, right? At Mark, right?
Yes, I was at Merck.
Okay, Mark.
That
So,
year we're two.
oh, two of you. Okay. So, what position were you selected for during your time at Mark?
Okay, for Merck, I applied and was selected for the position of expert in chemical engineering
Oh, awesome.
at
Yeah.
the engineering department in Darmstadt.
Yeah. So
Yes.
for my listeners, sorry to cut you. For my listeners out there, so how the Africa Kommt work? These companies, they come in as sponsors, But technically, what they are doing is they're looking for professionals in specific skills. So they look for people that possess specific skill sets. Like, for instance, for Marcus, I think a pharmaceutical company, right? Am I right? Or yes,
Yeah,
it's a pharmaceutical. It's one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world, and so they basically have certain skill sets they're looking for. You look at SAP. SAP, they're one of the biggest tech companies in the world as well. You look at Boehringer Ingelheim, the same thing. You look at Bosch Power Tools. Bosch, they're into power tools, power machines, and that's just one division of Bosch, what they do. So they look for specific people. They look for certain. So if you go to the application websites, you will look at what each company is looking for, what the
yeah.
kind of talents they want, and that's how you apply. First of all, you have to align your skills and your fit your goals in a career, to those companies, and then you can apply. So, how was your experience? Like, describe your experience, when you arrived in Germany at Merck.
Okay, at Merck.
Yes, at Merck, yeah.
All right. So, was giving 30 to the company fees.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Well,
Well,
maybe I missed it. Yeah, before you go to Merck, tell me what you want to. Let's talk about what you want to discuss.
no, they don't want to discuss. Okay, I was just waiting for your question. So,
Okay, all right, good.
right. Okay, for the company phase, generally, the first experience is coming to Germany.
Yes.
Yeah, but before coming to Germany, when you're selected, so that when the assessment center is done and you're selected, it's
Yeah.
like the happiest day of your life.
I know.
You receive notification from GIZ.
How was it like? Describe the excitement.
Oh my God! I remember I was in the office,
Yeah.
and then I just saw, because I put an alert on my Gmail
Yeah.
when so that I just saw it pop, and I read the mail. I saw I was selected.
Oh man. Oh.
I started calling. People noticing I was smiling all the time in
Yeah.
the office. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was a crazy feeling, but really amazing.
I can imagine.
And right then now is a little there's some sort of a dilemma that goes on,
Yes.
because when you have a job
Yes. Oh
in
yeah.
Africa, knowing how difficult it is, you have to
Yes.
go, okay, what do I do? I've
Yes.
got the program.
Yeah.
Am I going to resign?
Yeah.
Am I going to ask for a sabbatical? Am I
Yeah.
going to? You've gotten something,
I
but
know.
now there's a lot of drama in
Yes.
your.
Yes. And at the time you were working, right? You had a job.
Yeah, at the time I was working. Yeah,
How
I
how
was
did you
working,
do it?
so
Did you resign, or took a study leave, or a leave of absence, or?
I took, I took a 1 year.
Okay, leave of
I applied
absence.
for sabbatical
Okay.
for 1 year. I was blessed.
Okay.
I give thanks to God for that.
Okay.
I was given a 1 year
Okay.
leave so that I could go attend. But
Okay.
some people have to resign
Yes.
completely.
Mhm.
Others also have sabbatical. Others companies allow them to go and come back so
Yeah.
that they can. So it's based on each and every one
Mhm.
in the situation. Yeah.
Okay.
And during that period, things are moving so fast, because the moment you say you're not coming, they
Yes.
replace you with a second
Oh
person.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like that.
Fast.
Yeah.
So
Like
you have to
that.
give your decision very fast.
Yeah.
They give you a time to reply. You
Yes.
sign that you agree to come, and so because the moment you lose time,
Yeah.
we've had cases. We've heard of cases where someone told GIs that they can't come, and they had quickly the
They
person
replace
is being
you.
replaced by the second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you have all that the visa application process in each country, in African countries.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
depending on how it is.
Yeah.
Once you have your visa finally, and they send your ticket and everything, you travel finally to Germany.
Mhm.
I arrange a new experience.
Yeah.
For someone who's never traveled, is good. You
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Right in November, in autumn, you start witnessing the climate.
I know.
You feel
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
It's a nice warm welcome. That GIZ is there waiting. They are really amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have reminded Alphonse Ruta, who's retired. He
Yeah.
retired just last year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, long life.
Yeah.
Very welcoming, Mr. Philip Crash, Phyllis Shaggy, and
Yeah.
Carola Ritzenhoff, and
Yeah.
all of them. They are very amazing people.
Amazing
So
people. I met
they
with
welcome
Miriam Zimmerman. She was my point person. She was the one I was talking to the whole time, and she was super nice. She was very very helpful. Yeah, she told me she got promoted and she's somewhere in, I think, South America or something, and she's very excited. But yeah, I mean, these people are very very nice and sweet, and they really know their stuff. They know what they're doing. So
Yeah,
and they helped you, to I imagine they help you to acclimatize to the society. They helped you to,
Yeah.
settle down. They help you, to help you, comfort you with the culture shock and all that. How was it like, for you? What was your culture shock when you landed?
All rules,
Oh, really?
rules,
Okay.
rules. I would say the Germans are the Asian, are the European Japanese,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
okay.
Japanese are the Asian
Okay.
Germans. I've, I've never met so much organization in my life. The guys are
Wow.
organized.
Wow.
When the streets, when the red light, everyone stops. When it's
Yeah.
the garbage cans. I mean, so organized there.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
pleasant.
Yeah.
For me, it was a good culture shock.
Okay.
And surprisingly, there was stereotype that okay, when we are coming, the Germans are quite cold, that they are quite unfriendly. It was a stereotype. I was surprised that when I was coming, when you stop someone, you ask a question, they smile at you,
Oh.
they are happy, and I mean, it was completely different from what I heard before.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
And they drive well.
Oh,
They
okay.
drive so well.
Okay.
Yeah, the cars, they drive so well. The German cars,
Okay.
they drive, and women, men, everyone drives so well there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they drive well.
That's. I
So it
mean,
was a
that's
nice culture
exciting.
shock.
That's very exciting for you.
Right.
I'm sure, and at the time it was the first time, leaving Cameroon and going over to Europe, and I'm sure the excitement, everybody around you were excited. You don't know what to expect. I mean, excitement and anxiety is like a mixed feeling. You have to go through all those emotions, to settle down and have it. How did you cope with the food?
Oh, I mean, in my experience, I'm one of the rare people. Okay, not rare. I will not say rare people.
Okay.
I was told
Okay.
by some of my managers
Yeah.
back there in America that I'm one of the rare fellows who actually said he liked German food.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm someone who is open-minded, so
Okay.
I like I said, I like learning and discovering new things.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay, some dishes,
Yeah.
but overall, I think it was quite good. They prepare pork very well.
Oh,
They're
okay.
very good with pork.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if you're Muslim. Okay,
No,
maybe you
I'm
don't
a
eat
Christian.
pork.
I'm a Christian. I eat pork too. It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 Yes, they
Okay.
prepare pork very well. The beer is actually very good.
Okay.
The sausage, the
Mm,
bread, yes. They have some dishes that have some the
yeah.
cuisine varies a lot around, revolves a lot around potatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Potatoes, meat.
Yeah.
Yes, potatoes, meat.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot around
Did
potatoes
you
and
did
meat.
you partake in the popular Oktoberfest festivities?
Probably no, not the one in Munich,
Okay.
because each town organizes its Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Each town, I had that opportunity to go to the one in Frankfurt,
Okay.
but I didn't go to Munich. Yeah, I
Ah.
was.
Okay. You missed that one.
Munich is the most popular and also the most expensive.
Oh, wow. Wow. That-
Expensive and crowded.
yeah.
People, tourists are all
I
over the place there.
I hear that's exactly what I heard and what I've seen, on TV. It's always I think it's a spectacle for them. It's something huge, like every other country has something that they celebrate for them. Oktoberfest is huge and it's something that everybody partakes and they enjoy. It's part of the cultural exchange thing. So let's come to Mark. Being at Merck, how was it like for the team members there accepting you from Africa? How was it like? Did you find it challenging, settle down, in the office space? What were some of the nuances, the distinction that you started quickly realizing, which is quite different from where you used to work in the past? How was it like?
Mostly, the first culture shock was that they go straight to the point.
Hmm,
For example, the
very
first
direct.
days I realized that
Hmm,
the meeting, not they are not used to long meetings. The meeting should not be long. If maybe the meeting should go for 1 hour,
hmm.
and then in 20 minutes we've said what was to be said.
Wow.
Everyone is free to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we didn't drag meetings for long. So my first day settling there, I had a good contact with my manager, who was among those who invited
In
me.
Africa, we hold long meetings, my guy.
They do hold long meetings too
Okay.
sometimes when
Okay.
it matters. But
Okay.
if a meeting is not, but here the difference is that a meeting can be scheduled here in Africa for 1 hour.
Mm.
The difference is that if we don't make at least an hour here, we don't the meeting won't end. But there,
Yeah, I know.
in 30, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
we've said what was to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are straight to the point. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
For the colleagues, it was good. Normally Germans are a little bit shy.
Okay.
Okay, they're not very I will not say, because it's not that they are cold, they are shy. I would say
Yes.
that people be shy in
Yeah.
here. But the more you come, the more you speak to them, they open up,
Okay.
they warm up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it will just be a little bit like hello,
Okay.
how it was, things like that. And then someone during lunch invites you to take lunch,
Okay.
maybe coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then over he asks you some questions. The next day he's greeting you. That if last the previous day he spent like 1 minute discussing with you, the next day is like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And after
Okay.
1 minute, he spends like 10 minutes. He
Mm-hmm.
asks you personal questions,
Mm-hmm.
more deep questions. So that's how the relationship builds.
Okay.
And as an advice for all Africans, because you just need to be open-minded.
Yeah, I agree.
The key to success in the team program is being open-minded,
Yeah. Yeah.
not taking anything personal.
Mm.
Never take anything personal.
Okay.
Always say, okay, it's a process,
Yes.
and that things are going to get better with time.
Okay.
That's the best thing. So I had a very nice experience with time, and they like people who take initiative.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So in the company, if you see that okay, you've seen something interesting in the department that you want to see, or you want to work on a particular project, feel free to own
Okay.
up to it and say, you tell your manager, your place, hey, I'm interested in this. Is it possible that I join this team working on this project? Is
Okay.
it possible? Yeah, I realize they like that.
Oh, okay.
They really like that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you wait for things to come to you,
Yeah.
it's generally
They
not a
don't. They
good
don't
thing.
like it. Okay.
Prefer
Okay.
when you come,
Yeah.
when you're open, and
Yeah.
when you open up they also open up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was in a nutshell the personal experience, the professional. That's what I had.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever thing I wanted, or maybe I requested, I felt free to meet them, and they helped me as much as they could.
Yeah.
If they couldn't, they'll say no, this cannot be possible. But as much as they could, they'll say yes, this is
Yeah.
possible.
And
So
and were you in operations, or you were basically in administration, or research? Which what division were you in at Mark?
okay, it was mostly operations, because I was in the engineering department.
Okay.
Okay, Merck has three main businesses.
Okay.
There's life science, with
Yeah.
a lot of chemical product.
Yeah.
There's healthcare, where they do most of the pharmaceutics.
Yes.
And there's electronics,
Okay.
where they make pigments, semiconductors, and yes. So
Okay.
I was in the engineering department. So
Okay.
in the engineering department, we do engineering and maintenance for some plants in life science,
Okay.
and in electronics as well.
Okay.
So when there are machines to maybe optimize production things, or maybe new buildings to be done, or
Yeah.
new piping,
Yeah.
or revamping,
Yeah.
preparing. We're doing a lot of life cycle assessment,
Got
life
you.
cycle management,
Got you. Got you.
technical life cycle management,
Got you. Yeah,
project management.
and I imagine everything is automated there. I mean, the systems, the processes, the equipment, everything is automated. Did you observe or see more? I mean, everything is. How much robotics did you experience? That how much automation did you experience there? Why is that, Mark?
Now, in terms of automation, Germany is is number one in Europe. By the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
it's the first in terms of technology and science. They're so good
Wow.
in it. The big, the big automation like Siemens.
Yeah.
Like Schneider Electric, which is French, but also has connections in Germany, and
Okay.
instrumentation like Ernst and Hauser, all these companies. Yeah, so
Okay.
the processes are quite very connected there, and the engineering, in terms of engineering, Germans are really top notch. We have to admit it.
Okay.
Yeah, they are really top notch.
I imagine.
So it was really good, and just a challenge I had, because since it was a really technical field,
Yeah.
the German skills required it required a lot
Wow.
of effort,
Wow.
because all the things in my team department, all was done in German. It's not the case for all companies,
Okay.
or for all even in my company, it's not the case for all roles.
Okay. Okay.
My role was specific, and I was told before even in the assessment center. So psychologically, I was like prepared for
Prepared
it,
for it,
to
okay.
make more effort
Okay.
to adapt the language. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My manager spoke English, of course. The management, the engineers, they will speak English.
Okay.
But for some, it's not their first language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in the small cities like Darmstadt and others. In big cities, it's possible. In other companies where, like SAP, which is IT, where they have a lot of international people too,
Yes.
it's common for them to speak English. But in technical domains,
Yeah.
it's good to speak German. So
Okay.
any failure is important to not take the language courses
Yeah.
lightly.
Yeah.
Do your best as you can.
Yeah.
even the basics can help you.
Yeah.
Even the basics can help
I
you.
mean, it's mandatory as part of the core, as part of the fellowship that you do a 3 month
Yeah.
German language course, just to get some introductory experience into the language, so you can use that like working language, to move around and understand what obtains. So I want to come back to the experiences that prepared
Yeah.
you to apply for Merck. I mean, you were speaking a lot about, you are a process engineer, and I'm assuming you did some engineering in school. So, what was your undergrad in, and how did you think that prepared you, and your work prepared you for the AK experience at Merck?
You mean like
Your background.
what did I study in school?
Yes, yeah,
Or my
yeah,
background,
yes,
professional?
yeah. Professional background. Because I'm sure that fed into the application process, and I mean helps you to prove that you were qualified to work at Mark
Yeah.
in that region. How can you what was your undergrad qualifications, and what was that experience like?
Okay. I have a master's of engineering in
Ah,
industrial chemistry
okay,
and environmental engineering.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
So, and then after that, I started working
okay.
for a process engineering company in Cameroon.
Okay,
So
okay,
we produce soft drinks. We produce soft drinks
yeah,
and mineral water and beer. So
yeah,
it's a lot of process engineering in it.
yeah,
So, like you said something very right before that. Before applying for the AK, you
yeah.
need to make sure that the profile that aligns with your
Yes,
CV.
yes, yes,
So when I saw the one for Beck, I thought, okay, there are things that they were speaking about energy management because
yes.
I want in my I work for some time in my company in energy optimization.
Mm,
I worked a lot in preventive maintenance management,
okay,
and reliability.
okay,
So I did a little bit of that work
okay.
as in my background, yeah, as well as yeah, just general engineering,
Yes, yes,
chemical,
yeah,
yes, project engineering,
yeah.
some project management as well.
Okay,
So it
okay.
requires
Oh yes,
knowledge of project management,
yes,
a little bit of
yes,
project management as
yes,
well,
yes.
and yes,
Okay,
maintenance. Yeah,
okay.
so I put all of that in my CV.
Mm,
Everything that was I had in my experience, which was relevant
yes,
to what I saw in the Merck
yeah,
portfolio,
yeah.
and all of that during the interview, they asked me questions about those projects,
Mm,
how my role in them, where
okay,
I was maybe managing, or maybe what I know about those. Yeah,
okay,
and they
okay.
always try to reassure me that okay, it's pharma, but they're not looking for somebody who is an expert in. Every company has what it does. For
Yeah,
Merck, it's a pharma company. It was
yes,
my first experience in the pharma.
yes.
Okay, it's my
Okay.
first experience in the pharma
In the
company
pharmacy, yeah. Okay.
because when you studied all those things in school, but
Mm-hmm.
now you are in practice based on where you work. You
Yes,
are more focused on one area than the other.
yes.
So it was quite good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the reason I had to bring that up was the fact that I need my listeners to understand that, if you are interested in applying, for the Afrika Kommt, and please look at the profiles, look at the companies, look at what they're advertising, and see if whatever vacancy or whatever skill set they're looking for aligns with what you have, what you possess, or aligns with what you have
Exactly.
experienced in the past, because that will help you a lot, in the application process. You cannot be an engineer and you want to go work for, maybe they want somebody on the legal side. You cannot be someone who, is a product manager and who is more into sales and distribution, and you want to go and work as an engineer. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. They would definitely look for people that, that have the skill sets that have what they're looking for and perfectly aligns with, what they want. So, as you were there, what were some of the financial incentives? I imagine they gave you guys stipends and they rented the house for you guys. And how was it like? Was that enough to take you by? Was that enough? And were you being paid? You were at Merck?
Yes,
Okay.
it's all over. It's not a secret actually
Yeah.
because
Yes,
it's
it's
in
in
the
there.
Africa Com the facts section of the website.
Yes.
So it's not a secret. I
Yes.
can naturally tell you.
Yes.
GIZ and
Yes.
the companies because via GIZ and the partner companies they sponsor us, so they
Yes.
pay for your flight, they
Yes.
pay for your language
Yes.
lessons, they pay for your accommodation,
Yes.
and we have a stipend per month
Yes.
based on your company between like 100, 1,300 euros
Yeah.
to 1.5. It depends on the company.
The company. Yeah.
Yes, but the minimum is like 1 to
Yeah.
1,200 or 1,300 minimum
Yeah. Yeah.
before taxes. Of
Yes, of course.
after yes, after taxes. That's after taxes.
Attack. Okay.
So with that money is enough for you to feed
Yeah.
yourself, to clothe yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, phone, for the phone and
Yes.
other
Yeah.
for tickets,
Yeah.
traveling tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. If you manage, of course, that's a lot of for
Mhm.
us Africans. It's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're converting to your local currency,
Mhm.
in Europe, it's something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. It's still good money because you don't get to pay accommodation,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
can manage your money well.
Yeah.
You can
Absolutely.
manage your money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's anybody who is trying to apply for the AK program, no, you shouldn't worry about um, how you'll be
Spending
taken care of.
extra cash. Yeah. 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 Everything is going to be taken care of. It's a
Because
fully
the
funded
people
fellowship.
just live normal life, everything will be fine.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your biggest takeaway? What was your as I mean by the time okay, before I go to your biggest takeaway, what was your most outstanding accomplishment during your your term there? What really did you do, or can you highlight as something that you can say, oh, okay, I'm proud of these achievements as part of what I did during my AK?
Um, okay, there are lots of things because me,
Okay.
I love learning new things and
Okay.
I love meeting people.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually the most important thing is that I'm really proud of is that I learned a lot about myself.
Oh, really? Wow.
A lot about myself by meeting other people.
Other people. Okay. That's great.
For some, like for the past years before coming to AK, I was trying to do a lot of personal development of myself
Mm.
to be more to interact a lot with people, and I was happy. I mean,
Okay.
I made 42 meeting 42 different people
Yes.
you never knew before. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
People in your company, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy about the fact that I was able to connect with each person,
Mm.
build meaningful relationships,
Mm-hmm.
build meaningful interactions.
Mm.
I was very intentional at everything I was doing,
Okay.
so I'm happy about that.
Okay.
And the highlight was because it was so good that even my fellow cohort members,
Mhm.
they elected me as one of their delegates,
Oh,
as one of the leaders.
that's
The
great.
cohort, yeah.
Oh, okay.
For me, I consider that as an achievement because
It
I see
is.
that
It is.
people, I connect with people and they trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, I gain the trust of people.
Okay. Okay.
And one of the highlights was also when I got to present a speech
Okay. Oh, okay.
at the
In
front of
Germany.
the federal president.
Oh, you met with
Yes,
the
I got to
you
present a
met with the
speech for the
president
federal
of
president.
Germany.
Yeah, it's a program. At the end, we always meet at the
Yes. Yes.
presidents of the
Yes.
republic, and he
Yes.
gave a speech.
Yes.
That I applied. I mean, we selected
Oh, wow.
among the 42 fellows.
Yeah.
We propose ourselves, and the others vote those who are going to present. I was so happy that those who
Wow.
voted for me to present. So I'm
Wow.
so grateful to
Wow.
have met all of them
Wow.
because by connecting all of them, I learned a lot.
Do you have that video? You have
I
to
learned
send it
that.
to me sometime soon.
Yeah. No, sure. A speech in German, I won't forget.
Okay, I'll drop you a reminder. Yeah.
So it's a highlight. For me, it means it was a path of growth, and
Yes.
especially the international management trainings.
Yes. Yes.
We
I
do a
read
lot
that
of
too.
that.
Yeah.
It helped me to grow. I'm not forgetting my wonderful experience in Merck
Mm.
because I was also I did a lot of. I mean, I did my best to be involved in as many activities as I could,
Yeah.
like the international community in Merck,
Mm-hmm.
the Spark community in Merck. When anyone who goes there, that's the advice I can give. Whatever thing you see, do it.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 year goes so fast.
So fast. So
It's time
fast.
that yeah,
So
just
fast.
do as many activities as you can.
Yeah.
You'll never have that year in your life.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's a year, and you just have to say yes.
Yes.
In as much as it ties to your values,
Yes.
and it's not something corrupt,
Yeah.
and it's not something in quotes bad.
Yes.
Because it's not bad to your values. Just do it.
Yeah.
There's always growth somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's my highlight.
Yeah.
That growth So
I mean, as we're wrapping up now, how are you applying those networks, those skill sets, those competencies? What you've gained, what you've learned. How are you applying that in your current role, in your current job right now?
okay, number one, of course, with Merck, I gained some technical skills. I
Yeah,
learned new things
yeah.
in engineering department that I didn't have before, or
Okay,
maybe you had some, you've seen another way of doing things.
okay.
So back where I'm working, I'm trying to, okay, trying to maybe diffuse that
Yes,
into when I'm collaborating with teams, try
yes,
to maybe implement some stuff that I saw there
yeah,
gradually, because change is not something that is overnight.
yes, yeah,
It takes gradual.
yeah,
For back when I came back to Cameroon, I presented my AK journey
yeah.
to them.
Okay, okay.
So in my company, so it's good to share.
Wow, that's
And
good.
also, the next thing is, yeah, it's good. Well, we're doing this for Africa, by the way.
Absolutely,
Everything we are doing,
absolutely,
like for Africa.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
also, they give us the chance because the change initiative that we do
Hmm.
from our core, we started pitching ideas
Okay.
at the end. So they started doing JSS, started implementing ideas that we can associate in teams and
Mm,
pitch ideas, and they
mm,
can reward the best ideas.
mm.
So I'm also working with some of my some colleagues
Okay.
on innovative ideas for Africa,
Yeah.
on things we can work for,
Yeah.
because that's very, very important.
Very important.
We,
Very
we
important.
shouldn't lose the fact that whatever we are doing,
Yeah.
and that's also the vision they have for us to
Hmm.
be leaders, to build bridges between them and Africa, but also for us as
Yes.
well to impact Africa,
Yes.
what we've learned.
Yes.
So it's more about trying to see how we can help, um, maybe share, give a little bit of what we've learned
Yeah.
back to Africa
Yeah.
in a professional job.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay.
it's all about that. And also working
Yes.
towards being part of the alumni network,
Okay.
because the alumni network is
Yes.
very, very important.
Yes. 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 Thank you so much. Any last words for any young person out there listening to you, or young people who might be also interested in listening to you back in Cameroon? Any last words, final words for them? What would you advise them? What would you say to them?
I'll just tell them that, like William Ward said, the greatest failure is the failure to try.
Yes.
Again, you have nothing to lose when you try. I would recommend the Africa Come program to anyone.
Yeah.
Just please keep upskilling yourself. If
Yeah.
you try the first time it doesn't go, no, just keep upskilling yourself.
Yeah.
One of the things very important, which is very important, is the English language.
Yes.
Where I'll keep working on your English, especially for those of us who come from Francophone Africa.
Exactly.
Working on English is important, and keep building the African. It's just keep upskilling, because the African youth, we are a little, we, how can I say, we come from a little there. We know the struggles that we have in Africa. We know
Hmm.
the kind of the educational setting we have.
Hmm.
We should not be discouraged.
Yeah.
We should know that, okay, we're building a bright future for ourselves, and
Yeah.
never stop trying.
Yes.
Whatever dream you have, never stop trying.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
never stop.
Well, there you have it. Never stop trying. Thank you so much, Ivan. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm glad Mohamed Lamin connected us both, and I'm sure this is going to be a lifelong network. We definitely going to keep in touch, and thank you. I pray and I hope that young people out there that are listening to us would make an attempt, and also because of this interview, they would be successful in their application for the Africa Compt, because we need and we want more African representation. That's how we can build, and change this continent, by amassing all these knowledge, these experiences, and all these competencies, and coming back and contributing to, the development of our continent. Thank you so much, and you are. I celebrate you, my friend. I mean, you are. That's a big feat. That's a big achievement, and I pray that the future, or I mean, you're going to continue to grow, bigger and bigger, better and better, and professionally, and in every other areas in your life. I give you all your flowers. Keep working hard, and let's keep this this conversation going on. And you never know, I might connect you again for something bigger. Thank you so much, Ivan, and I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your program as well. It's very important to
Yes,
educate the youth.
yes,
Just a big shout out to all my AKA, the Africa Comes of
yeah,
my cohort, my cohort,
yeah.
and also to Mohamed Lamin, yeah,
Yes,
from
yeah.
AKA level.
From Make 11. Thank you. Have a lovely night, my brother.
Yeah,
Good night.
thank you too.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. You don't hear about this fellowship. We don't talk to somebody we actually not a beneficiary of this fellowship. I go encourage you right now. Open. I go post on the Slick the Epic Radio Facebook page. I go post the application there. I also post on my status, and I go post on my YouTube page as well. Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. I go post on my TikTok as well. EMY. Go there and add me MU Mulku MU Bangura. Follow me there and go in, read the application, listen to this interview, listen to everything, read the application, see the companies them, big companies they did this time around, as usual, Boehringer Ingelheim, SAP, Merck, Bosch, Volkswagen. You want to work for them company then. You want to see exactly what's going on with these companies. You want to see how they operate. You want to travel to go to Germany on a fully funded fellowship. You want to go there and get stipend every month. You want to learn the German language. You want to go see how the process is. Germans are very efficient. You want to go learn the German efficiency. You want to go know why are these people efficient. You want to go see the culture. You want to go navigate the streets of Frankfurt. You want to go enjoy the breeze of Cologne. You want to enjoy how Italic in these countries, in these places. You want to go to the international business conferences, because these are lifelong experiences. Go and apply. It will cost you nothing. It costs you your time, it costs you your experiences, it just costs you the data we go take for apply. Go give it a try. So far so good. We only have one Sierra Union. We need more representation. We need more and more representation. You can reach out to Mohamed Lamin on LinkedIn. He can able help you with the application process, because he got it. He got in, right? Me not get him. So I go able help you know where I go, but Mohamed Lamin get him. He will give you the tips and tricks. And I connect me, to Ivan as a network. So go out there and apply. And this is what this program was designed to do. With the broke, the gates. There is no gatekeeping. With the broke every gatekeeping, we don't have no gatekeepers anymore. With the open the opportunities up to everybody. Go give it a try. Give it a shot. You don't need for Sabi nobody. It's you, God, your pen, you computer, and your competencies. And go give it a try and see how best you can get it and develop yourself and set yourself up for success. Thank you so much for being a part of my show, the Talk to M show, brought to you by Epic Radio 99.3 FM. I have been your host, Mulku Sulaiman Bangura. Tune in next week again. We have another amazing guest for you as we continue our conversation, as we continue to figure this thing called life out. Thank you for being a part of the show, and thank you for always listening. Until then, good night.
It's happened for a reason. Now only God to know.